Hey members, remember I put out a post. Make sure you guys are checking out your membership in your post tab. And I told you guys I was up studying. This is about 3 days ago, 2 to 3 days ago. And I told you to look out for some of these numbers. I thought the 65X would be hot. And the 65 pair has been hot in quite a few states. I believe in Texas. And 659 was on my radar. I put that there specifically, but I never wanted to say which state, right? Because I know people are watching. Well, that 659 played 956, and I'm going to show you how to get these hot pairs. You ready? Okay. So I want you guys, if you're using the 1, 2, 3 rundown, start paying close attention, Florida, especially with your key digits and doubles. And I'm going to show you how that all comes together and why you want to pay attention to those particular areas. Now, when you're backtracking, I saw that the hits that were coming out were a lot closer. They were like the next day, next draw. And I gave up on the number. I just like, well, when is it coming out? And again, patience is so important. But anyway, I want you guys to go back and track your November 5th evening. The hit was 083. So how do we count out the rundown? Just in case I got some new folks, you should know how to count out, but just as a refresher. Once you lock in your last hit, we're going to add each of the numbers down the columns. So for the first column, we're going to add 1. 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 plus 1 is 6. 6 plus 1 is 7. 7 plus 1 is 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. And 9 plus 1 is 10. So make sure the number you start with is the number that you end with. Very important. Then you're going to add 2 all the way down the second column, 3 all the way down the third column. Now, when you're looking at your hot pairs, so far, this is what they've been doing. It can change, so make sure you're studying. Anybody's looking for hot pairs, this could be a nice little strategy for you. I'm still not going to guarantee hits. I'm not going to guarantee what's going to happen. You have to study, practice on paper first before you go to the store, start spending money, okay? Make sure you can get this, because there's nothing worse than people getting in the comments and crying, talking about, I ain't win nothing since I started with you, Miss Florida. And I'm going to say, well, have you been practicing? No, I've been busy. And I'm like, I got you, but you got to put in a few minutes a day to practice, okay? Doesn't have to be long, but you got to do it. Okay, so pay attention to the right side. Notice in the hit is a giveaway. There's a key in the hit. Whenever you have mirrors or doubles in their key digit numbers, let's talk about those key digit numbers. Key digit numbers like the number 0 or it's a mirror 5. Sometimes you might even see lucky 7 or it's mirror 2. Okay, so if you see mirrors or doubles and it has any of these numbers, I've been trying to drive this home to folks. Please pay attention to it, please. Okay, so especially around doubles, if you notice on the right side, you got a what? An 8-8. Now that's a key digit. That's telling me something very important. Now, depending on the state, it's going to depend on what they're doing. That's why you have to backtrack and see how they've been hitting. When you don't track, you're taking a huge chance, because you need to know how your state is functioning with these type of key digit numbers. Okay, so again, so you look for your double. Make sure we're very clear. All right. And then it has a key digit number. So that's the 2 checks. There's a double or mirror and there's a key digit. Okay. Now look on top. What number do you see? What number do you see? 6-5, right? So on the post, I said, I think 6-5 could be hot. Okay. And I said there was a 6-5-9, 6-5-3, 6-5-8, 6-5-4, I believe. And you want to pay close attention, because a lot of people, if they wanted to, they could have just played all of them just to give you an idea, like 6-5-0, 6-5-1, okay, 6-5-2, 6-5-3, 6-5-4, 6-5-5, 6-5-6, 6-5-7, 6-5-8, 6-5-9. And I'm not telling you not to do that. You do whatever you want to do. I noticed when I was looking at the patterns, they're using their centers. So make sure you know where you're looking at. If you're looking at the top, pay attention to the top number. And the numbers that are in the center, pay attention to its bottom and top. So I'm going to square off this 4, and I'm going to square off this 8. Okay? All right. So what I did, when I squared that off, I noticed that they were also doing mirrors. This is why you need to know what mirror numbers are. So let's do that real quick. Mirror numbers are the same number, they're just opposite. Just like this 8, 8 is the same as 8, 3. 8 and 3 are mirror numbers, they're the same. So the reason why you gotta know this, because this is the trick that gave that prediction. So a 0 could be a 5, or 5 could be a 0. 1 could be a 6, 6 could be a 1. 2 could be a 7, 7 could be a 2. 3 could be an 8, 8 could be a 3. 4 could be a 9, and a 9 could be a 5. Excuse me. 3 could be an 8, 8 could be a 3. 4 could be a 9, and a 9 could be a 4. You can tell I'm tired. I'm sorry. But you get the gist, right? I gotcha. So this is what I did when I set up that post. I said, okay, the hottest third number, I noticed from backtracking, they were using either the center top or the center bottom of that pair, and they were either mirroring those numbers. So 654 could have been something, or 658. Now if we want to mirror, that's what I did, because I know better. I went 659. Remember, 4 is a 9. And instead of doing 658 again, 653. Okay? All right. So those were my mainstays right here. Okay? Those were my main ones out of those. Not saying, and I could have been wrong. They could have played one of these other numbers. True. True. So be careful. Practice on paper. Okay? But what hit? 956. 659. And if you look at it here, for the center is right here. Now people say, well, the 4 was right there, went straight across. I want you to make sure you're backtracking. When you see why, look at what they're doing. You want to see what they're using most of the time. I'm not saying don't use those numbers. I'm not saying that, but just practice. Okay, so that's one way. When you see your doubles for Florida, you're using the 1, 2, 3. It has one of these key numbers. The top number could be telling you it's on its way, and it came. Okay, now there are some circumstances where they may use mirrors. Pay attention when they start changing up on you, or they may use something else. But I go back and backtrack. You'll see what I'm talking about. All right, but that was it. I just wanted to share that with you. Congratulations. I believe Miss Tanisha, our member, got that hit. I'm not sure if anyone else did, but congratulations to you guys, and we'll see you on the next video.